Hey there, this is a quick video on how to create virtual audio cards that you can use in applications like Discord or Skype. So the net result is we're going to be able to do things like play music into Skype or sound effects into Skype, and or Discord, whatever you want. It's very, very flexible. We're going to do this with a few things. We're going to use a program called the Synchronous Audio Router. So you'll just want to go ahead and download this, get it installed, off you go. We're also going to use a program called ASIO for All. As an alternative to this, if you have a nicer sound card that supports ASIO drivers, you should use that. But for this video, I'm just going to use ASIO for All because it'll work with your built-in, like standard laptop, sound card. The last thing we're going to need is some type of audio workstation software. I like Ardour, and that's what I'm going to be using in this video, just because it's what I've been using for a long time, and I'm used to it at this point. You can also use Reaper or whatever, but for this, we're going to be using Ardour. So, and the last thing is there's a little program I made called ASIO Config, and it's just a small tool for pulling up like ASIO device settings. And so quick crash courses in the world of Windows, there's a couple different types of sound driver, and there's one called ASIO, and that's used by like professional audio kind of situations, whereas most things use other sound drivers. So what's nice about this Synchronous Audio Router software is it will create virtual sound cards that run in not ASIO mode, so it'll work with a lot of programs like VLC and FooBar, Discord, etc. But the requirement is you have to have at least one sound card that's actually using ASIO, and that's where ASIO for All comes in. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. So I'm going to go with the assumption that you've already downloaded and installed these. I'm not going to go over that in this video. You'll want to get ASIO Config downloaded, and this is, like I said, just a small little program. It's really just a workaround kind of some bugs that are in Ardour. But you'll want to, it lets you configure your sound cards without having like Reaper or Ardour running. If you're using Reaper, you might not need to use this. You might be able to just get into Reaper and get your sound card settings in there. But I like having this as its own thing. So you're going to go ahead and you should see Synchronous Audio Router and ASIO for All in here. If you have other sound cards installed, you might see more. And if you double click one of these guys, it'll pull up the settings for Synchronous Audio Router. You will need to make a bunch of fake sound cards. When you click this add button down here, you'll get prompted for a sound card name and whether it's a playback or like a virtual speaker versus a recording device or like a virtual microphone. And I like to name them with like what I plan to use them for, like this one called system_playback. When I start recording, I'll make my default system, audio output that. Versus music playback, it's what I'll connect FooBar 2000 or VLC to. Sound effects, I'll have a sound effects program connected to that. And then things that need to get audio put into them, I'll name whatever _recording. Like I'll have maybe some audio that needs to go to OBS or audio that needs to go to Peer In. Peer In is a video chat service. Yeah, I don't know why I mentioned that. And then there's like a Discord, or like if I want to connect Firefox. In this case, I have Firefox playback and recording devices because, it's very possible that I might be in Firefox where maybe I'm on a web-hosted video chat and I need to get audio into it kind of thing. And then same thing with Discord. The whole idea here is I want to make audio go into Discord, or also I want to be able to, listen to my audio from Discord in something like Ardour or Reaper. So anyways, you're going to make all those. Off you go. At that point, you're basically done. The next step is to choose what the hardware interface is going to be, in which case we'll be using this ASIO for All. If you have another sound card, you can pick that instead. Another fun thing is there's this Synchronous Audio Router has what they call this per application audio routing rules tab, where if you have a program that doesn't let you choose your sound card, you can add it in here and it will automatically use Synchronous Audio Router. The trick is, you want to have your sound program running before you start up the programs that need this stuff. Like, if I wanted, so for instance, I have an entry here for like Jackbox Party Pack 3. I have to make sure I have all my audio things running before I start up Jackbox. And yeah, so that's about it for that. So that's done. That's how you configure that. So the next step is we're going to fire up whatever audio software you want to use. In this case, I'm going to do our door. And of course, it's taking a second. And in this case, in our door, I'm going to make a new empty session, new advanced session where I can like do everything from scratch. By default, it tries to connect to your sound cards. And in this case, like, I don't want to do that. I want to manually connect things. So let's go ahead and just make a session. I'll call it demo session. And again, I chose advanced because that'll let me just do what I want. So you get to this screen, the audio MIDI setup screen, where you get to, set up your audio. You want to make sure that the driver is set to ASIO and that your input and output is set to Synchronous Audio Router. Sample rate, whatever's appropriate for your project. I usually stick with 48 kilohertz unless I'm specifically making like a podcast or CD or something. But it seems like most things default to 48 nowadays. Before you click start, you want to click this device control panel, and you'll see this is the same thing we had earlier in that ASIO config program. And you'll click configure here next to the ASIO for all, drop down item to pull up the ASIO for all, control panel. I always do this right before I start because, ASIO for all, it seems like things tend to like come in and out of it all the time. So I always do like a final double check of what my devices are going to be before I get started. And so you'll see here, I've got like a USB microphone connected. I've got my built-in audio connected. Off I go. So let's start that up. And I am going to apologize. I was trying to figure out how to record, audio of like me demoing how to record audio. You know what I mean? It was kind of like an Inception thing going on there. So I have all my audio running into my Raspberry Pi because it's the only spare computer I had, and it's not going to sound good. I promise you it will sound way better on your actual thing. So anyways, so in this here for this template setup where I'm being asked some questions, I set everything to 0 and manual. So I've got this nice empty session here. And what I like to do is our door has what they call tracks and buses, and I like to use tracks for whatever audio I need to consume into our door. So things like my microphone or Discord's output, right? Or music, those are all things that I need to bring into our door. So I use tracks to bring things in, and I use buses, buses for pushing things out. So I'm going to add a track here for my microphone. And then, we'll add a couple stereo tracks here. So let's add a track for music. And I'll want one for my Discord output. And I think that's it for now. We'll just keep it real simple. And then we'll add some buses. So I've got my bus that's going to be my Discord input. Like I know it can get confusing because like, oh, well, the bus is an output device, right? But I write it like, I always call them what it's for. Like this will be for Discord's input. So that's why it's an output device named Discord input. Whatever makes sense to you. You can name these whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. And then I'll make a bus for my headphones. And then that's done. So now I'll get these connected to actual things. So my mic, I'll connect to my USB microphone. And you can see here as I'm talking like, oh, hey, look, it's popping up. Music, I will connect that to my music playback. Whoops. And yeah, if you're using some other audio software, I can't help you with the specifics of how the interface works. Just the concept of what I'm doing here is these are all my sound cards, the virtual sound cards, or real ones. And then down here is the Ardor track that I'm connecting them to. So I'm connecting my music channel 1 to music in left channel, and my music channel 2 to my music, input right channel. Right channel 1 is left, channel 2 is right. So anyways, and then we'll repeat this process here for the Discord. There it is, Discord. And then for my outputs, I want my Discord output bus to go to my Discord recording. In this case, my Discord recording is mono, so that's fine. I also have to remember that that's all mono, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Headphones output will go to my actual speakers, which I'm not sure which one of these it actually is, so I'll just do all of them and hope for the best. All right, so now we're getting into the actual routing of audio, where you have to kind of think about what you want to go where. Like, for instance, my microphone, I want that to go into Discord. So I'll right click on my mic here, choose outputs, and I'll choose my Ardor buses. Looks like I'm already on them. I'll say, okay, yeah, I want my microphone to go to Discord. And then music here. I also want my music to go into Discord. And this isn't going to be perfect because my music is stereo, my Discord is mono, and the better thing would be to add oh, you know what, I can down mix this to mono, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So, and then yeah, Discord output, which is like voice chat, people talking in Discord. I want that to go to my headphones. So there's our routing. So we've got my mic is going to Discord. You can see as I talk here, things are happening. I'll be playing some music into that Discord bus, and then people talking in Discord will come out to my headphones. So yeah, let's go ahead and pull up Discord. And just like how I had to make sure certain apps are completely quit, before I started them, Discord's one of them. Like you'll want to completely shut down Discord, right click, on its entry in the taskbar, quit it, before you pull up the, before you start up your audio stuff. Once your audio things are running, then pull up Discord. Otherwise, the input and output devices might not show up. So you notice here, I've already got these set up, but you can see all the different audio devices I've made. So yeah, I'll just have that set to my Discord device, and this is my Discord playback device for output. And you can notice here as I talk that this is lighting up. And so I'll just leave that open for a minute here. And let's pull up, I'll pull up VLC, and we'll have that play some music. Oh, you know what I forgot about too? I'm so sorry about that. I forgot that I probably want to listen to the music too, don't I? So I'll have the music also go to my headphones. There we go. So that way I'll hear the music, people in Discord will hear the music. So I'm going to pull VLC here. And let's pull up, set my audio device first. So if I go to audio and click audio device, I can, see the whole list of things. So I'll set that to music. And then let's just find some music here. Let me just do video game soundtrack. Doom. Everyone loves Doom. Well, of course, my hard drive has to be slow right now. There we go. Let's do at Doomscape. All right, so now when I play this, we should hear it in our door. I'm going to turn the volume down just in case it's loud, and we can turn it up, as we go. Okay, so one thing I want to point out here is, I'm just gonna let the music play, and you'll see the Discord bar lighting up here, so that you know that it's Discord, getting it. And yeah, that's basically it. That's all that's really involved here. And using this kind of setup, you can get pretty complicated and pretty fancy. You can spin up as many virtual sound cards as you want, and connect anything to anything. And like I said, one of the best features of Synchronous Audio Router is it has that whole if a program doesn't let you set its output, like a lot of games don't let you set anything. Your web browser usually doesn't let you set what audio output you want to use, like if you want to pull up YouTube or something. So you can use that per application routing rule thing to force specific apps to use specific sound cards, and then you can do things like, okay, now I can take Firefox's or Chrome's audio output that I'm getting from YouTube and pipe it into Discord, pipe it into my headphones, whatever. And yeah, that's everything, guys. That's it. So I hope this was useful. I try to keep it pretty straightforward. Again, I know that the audio on this video is not going to be great because I am using my Pi to record this. Sorry about that. And yeah, that's about everything. Like I say, if you get a little more advanced, if you get a better sound card, you can use it instead of this ASIO for all, and that can sometimes get you better, sound quality. But for this, it's probably fine. You probably don't need anything too crazy here. So yeah, thank you for watching.